Hi, I'm Pradeep. This is my wife Riddhi. I would like to take this opportunity to talk about our experience of working with PropFloor and Nikita. So we have been hunting for houses for over 2 years now, and it was a great challenge to find the right place in Bangalore. Once we met Mr. Jitender from PropFloor, he just took us around all the great apartments that are available, and he showed us this Embassy Pristine property. We really liked it, and we immediately jumped in and we got this house. And once that part was over, the biggest challenge for us was basically figuring out how to do the interiors for this house, right? So we went around looking for a lot of interior designers. Riddhi here did a lot of research with respect to figuring out who are the best designers in Bangalore, how much it's going to cost us, etc., everything, right? And during that process, Jitender ji also mentioned that they have an in-house designer called Nikita. So he set up a meeting with her. She came down, she explained, she showed us some of her past work. She told us what's the process of doing the work, etc. And we were pretty impressed with it. So then we decided that it would be best to go with Nikita because PropFloor was already, the experience of working with PropFloor itself was pretty good for us. And thus began the journey of figuring out the interiors. And I think once the interiors have begun, I think the experience was pretty amazing. Nikita is very patient. She started out by giving us a lot of concepts. She did mood boarding for us, and then she tried to get what was in our mind. She spoke to us at length. She saw our current house that we were living in. Riddhi did a lot of research in terms of figuring out a lot of content from online, where our ideas were, right? And we shared all of those with Nikita, and boom, she actually then translated that into really high quality 3D designs, which I think we went after some 5 or 6 iterations with that on top of that, and we finalized it. I think one of the best things that was there about working with Nikita was it was really professional. She was very much adhering to all the timelines. There were a lot of people in the market who were telling us that going with interior designers or getting this stuff done was really difficult. You had to spend a lot of time with them and you have to do etc. But Nikita made the whole experience really smooth for us. I think hardly ever did we have to ask for multiple timelines or anything. The whole thing was done. They got the flooring changed, they planned the whole thing, and I think we are pretty impressed with the output of what we saw.
Yeah, so Nikita, as my husband was just talking about it, she has been a great help, and she has been a great listener. So one of the reasons we hired her was also that a lot of designers out there, they come and impose things on you. They want to basically want to tell you what they want rather hearing you out. So I highly recommend Nikita for this, especially this, because she heard me. She exactly understood what I wanted and how I wanted the house to be, and since then it's been pretty smooth with her. She has always been there in all checkpoints of the house, and as my husband mentioned, all the timelines were also met. So yeah, we were pretty impressed with Nikita and her work, and also with the PropFloor.
And lastly, to conclude, I would want to specifically thank Mr. Jitender ji, Mr. Yogesh from PropFloor, Nikita and Saikiran from the interior side, etc. I think this was our first home that we have bought, and without the help of all of these guys, I think it would have been impossible on our side to actually pull this through, and we are really thankful to them. We highly recommend Nikita and PropFloor to everybody who is looking out. I think your experience is going to be pretty smooth.
All the best.